like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here is at eSports, and a pleasure to have you live and in charge. A little countdown to green right here with the WBD Diecast Truck Series here for SIM500. Wednesday night racing, ready to rock and roll. If you are out there and watch it, I encourage you to check everything out. Thank you, Mr. Van Nest, for the like. I appreciate you. We are live. I try to do all the things that are racing enabled. Twitch has gotten us on a new format as well. So if you're out there watching on Twitch, just remember that we're gonna go through maybe a minor hiccup or two tonight, just trying to fine tune some things. So just bear that in mind. Everything else should be good. So WBD Diecast Truck Series, the truck series that you want to be in on Wednesday night. SIM500.com if you want to be a part of it. I encourage you to do so. Drivers are out there qualifying right now. We're going to finish that up and we're going to have some fun with it. That's the way I look at it. Race information for tonight's race going to look as such. It is the 2/3 of a mile length racing surface here for week 16. Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. 82 degrees at qualifying. We'll see what it changes to here in just a moment. 87 degrees on the track temperature. Overcast skies. 82 degrees on the track temperature. All right, let me take that back. 87 degrees on the track temperature. 82 degrees on the air temperature. 64% humidity. So we're going to see maybe a little bit of fog. Sunset skies. It's going to be cool. 140 laps tonight. 4 sets of tires, 100% fuel. No fast repair for any one of these drivers as they look to manage and make things happen. Justin Fuller will be your pole sitter. This is one of the tracks he said he circled, starred, spit on, did everything he needed to do to make sure that this was his racing surface. This is what he wanted to do. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane. Jorgensen Jr. is gonna be your outside pole sitter. Stephen Harlow, Nick Silver gonna make up row number 2. Tyler Dalton, David Schildhouse at row number 3. Robert Fryery III is gonna be out there with Bentley Glazer, row number 4. Jeff Ryan, Troy Height in row number 5. Excuse me. Brian Pennell is going to be out there with Logan Kogar in row 6. Row 7 is going to be Tommy Ryan, Bobby Wetzel. Rick Swavely is going to be out there. He's our breast cancer awareness driver camp tonight. Chad Coleman's going to be outside of him at row number 8. Mike Montesi, Joe Hudson are going to be out there at row number 9. Joe Jatita is going to be out there with Brian Macklin at row number 10. EJ O'Rourke, Randy Yoakum to row 11. Ty Bass, Brenda Garant in row 12. Row 13 is going to be Brent Scott, JP Phillips. Kevin Stone is going to be out there with Ron Holyfield. Nelson Rivera, Stephen Miles, Eric Arnold, Charles Woods, Doug Sigmund, Brian Wortman out there ready to rock and roll, and Mark Schrader in that 35 truck. So driver's going to be ready to lock in. Wesley Donaldson giving us this racing series. Check out WBD Diecast out there. I encourage you to do so because he's absolutely amazing. Thank you to Sim500 for bringing us on board for Wednesday nights. We're going to continue our relationship with Sim500 through 2026, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'll see that going on as we all, fare out. So hopefully everybody's good to go. Hopefully everybody's ready to rock and roll. Hopefully everybody's going to be kind of looking. So yeah, all the things. Getting a little bit of drop frames pretty much everywhere, so bear with me. Want to make sure that we are doing what we can to make sure everything is good to go. If I have to, I will pause the stream for a moment to make some setting changes. That's pretty well something that I can do. But yeah, we'll see if it calms down. We'll do it. If not, I want to make sure actually we take that back. We're just going to do that. I will pause the stream. Facebook, I will come back to you in just a moment. Bear with me. We will bring you back live in just a moment. So make sure that you are still kicking butt, taking names, doing the things that does. Twitch and Facebook, they're going to go one more lap around. Give me just a second. I'm sorry, Twitch. All right, everybody, quick caution here for the field. I had to turn off enhanced broadcasting for Twitch, so that was part of the issue. Let's take a look here. Stephen Miles right here. Out of the corner. like somebody get into somebody, the 5 into 25. That was the 5 right there. Brandon Garage right here. Looked like he got snapped up there real quick. Like part of the braking zone, turn 1. Ooh, I had to double check up netcode is what got the 5, and with a big field like that, that could change the factor of racing really quickly. So but we'll do that. I'm gonna get Facebook up and rolling again. So bear with me, folks. I want to make sure that we're good to go, and we'll take care of things. So so we just had a little bit of an issue there, a little bit of hiccup when it came to. So I stream through Twitch first, and then everything migrates all the way down to the rest of the field. So we'll make sure that we are back up out there doing our thing. Let me go over to the event here real quick. Let me make sure we go and do this. Yeah, I want to make sure that everybody's good to go. You know what I mean? Main encoder, blah, blah, blah. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Boom. Save. All right, let's try this again. There we go. And just like that, fixed it. Just had to fix it with a, it's the way life works. All right, hopefully everybody's good to go. Hopefully everybody's back. Hopefully everybody's making it work and doing what we need to do. So apologies to everybody for any of the hiccups that we just had. But we're going to go at it again. All right, we're green. Let's go. WBD Diecast, 6 of 140. Drivers going to be trying to make up the ground early. Dustin Fuller is the back bumper full of the 88. Stephen Harlow in the 6. Nick Silver's rolling there as well. Keep our eyes on the prize as we go out. 7 of 140. How about it? Let's give a little bit of sounds of iRacing. Coming right at you. All right, let's check in on Rick and see how he's doing. We love seeing our driver cams up in the swing of things. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all on board. 12 of 140 as the drivers compete 22-second laps. Rick's 22.51 is what he's got. Brian Macklin had an off track there that put him into the back of the field, and then he had to tow to pit road. See what happened to Brian Macklin. Oh, man, inside. That was a blown engine. That's what we saw right here. Looked Like had Joey Giatina up on the outside. Bottle back up. Oh, up. Little door. Oh. It's hard to do it. Rich doing a good job, though. We like seeing Mr. Swavely roll. Keep your eye on it. He's right behind Joey Giatina. Double leg shape on the corner. Trying not to roll out. 32 onboard heavies in what we see. So, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Justin Foley, your race leader, 3/4 of a second. Stephen Harlow, going to track down Mark Jorgensen Jr. Nick Silver just behind. There's Schildhouse at the spot. Tyler Dalton working. Lucas Oil IRP. It has got it's had a handful of names. Lucas Oil at Indianapolis Raceway Park, formerly known as the Indianapolis Raceway Park, without the Lucas Oil. O'Reilly Raceway Park at Indianapolis is what it was called, and Lucas Oil Raceway. It is in Brownsburg, Indiana, here in the United States, about 10 miles northwest of downtown Indianapolis. It includes the 2/3 of a mile length racing surface and a 2.5 mile road course, which falls outside of this racetrack. Does also have a drag strip as well. If you haven't seen the drag strip, it's pretty amazing. So you'll see a lot of folks getting out there making that happen. Why am I not live on Twitch? Says I have an excellent connection, but it's not connected. All right, well, we'll just have to not a deal. Bear with me. Let me do what I can here. See if I can fix Twitch here. Give me just a second, Budgie. I'll get you all squared away. Let's see if that one will show up for you. Thank you, Bunchy. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm trying to make sure that I can get things working properly here. Well, we're at least live on Facebook and YouTube, so thank you to everybody. Okay. Make sure things are working like they're supposed to be. Well, at least to be able to see what's going on. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. And we encourage you. There we are. It'd be good to go for Twitch now. I do believe Twitch is rocking and rolling, so thank you much. All right, Justin Fuller, your race leader. 7/10 of a second difference between he and Jorgensen Jr. Stephen Harlow still sits in third. Nick Silver in fourth. David Schildhouse in fifth. Tyler Dalton in sixth. Just trying to make sure that we have all the options available for everybody. So there's quite possibly going to need to be an update for the Twitch beta, which is what they sent me access to today. And, you always want to make sure that we're good to go. You're live. You should be live now on Twitch there, Budgie. No, it's kind of the way it is. Yeah, kept disconnecting, so it is what it is. Yeah, you should be good. Yep, should be good. Everybody should be good. All right, good to see you all. Tyler Dalton in sixth. Bentley Glazier is going to be there. Chad Coleman up six. Ty Bass is going to be up 9. Stephen Miles up 10. Going to work his way back forward. Rick Swavely back at 21st. Does have a little bit of right side damage and a hornet's nest right ahead of him. You see a lot of drivers. The EJ O'Rourke up there in the 41. That's the 14 down on the bottom side. 9 of Bobby Wetzel trying to push forward as well. As the 41 on the inside. The throttle out here. 14 of the 9. Oh, 9 down to the bottom. Turns to 14. As that battle heats up, second caution of the race will be nose to nose. Bobby. One more time. Bobby got a little bit free. A little bit of net code didn't help the situation, but a little bit free. And there's not as much damage to that truck as you'll think. So that'll be Joey Jatina working his way into it. So we'll see everybody come to pit road. Tires and fuel, that'll be a big factor here. Tommy Ryan closing in on the 46. That'll be Troy Height, 29-25 on the I rating for that driver. EJ O'Rourke is going to stay out. And credit lapped lead. Brian Workman's coming to pit road. Bobby Wetzel will come around. Joey Jatina, it's got to wait for the pace truck here. Because the pace truck put him in a bad situation. So he'll be a lap down as everybody comes to pit road. Joey's going to have to. His truck looks fine. It looks fine. More than anything that's going to be hurt there is going to be the tires. So, going to be the way it works. Brian, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody watching out there again. Sorry for the hiccups in the very early part of the stream. Those things have a tendency to give me fits. So, we just try to do what we can to make sure that we're good to go. I want to make sure that we're always streaming. But it does look like it looks to me that I'm going to have to do something when it comes to integration of this stream to the other stream, and we'll have to try something out. Make sure that we're because multi-streaming is gonna be the way we do. I mean, we do multi-streaming because I always want to make sure that we give the options for everybody. George Tina's gonna get the free pass. He'll be released by the pace truck, or should be released by the pace truck at any moment. There he goes. We get waved around. EJ O'Rourke, Joe Hudson gonna make up the front row. Joe Hudson taking fuel only, so. He came on a lap 3, though. He was your lucky dog. Oh, no, he was on the lead lap. He came on a lap 3, got a little bit of extra fuel. Now, drivers on old tires, drivers on new tires. Dustin Fuller, Mark Jorgensen Jr. We'll see what happens here to the 41, the 5-1, the 20 of Schildhouse. Everybody ready to go. Let's do the thing, folks. Let's do the thing. Hold on to your butts. 3 wide corner exit, 41. Joe Hudson going backwards a little bit there. Trying to hold on to what he's got. Gets, up under the wall. Old tires trying to mark him out. 3 wide again. Joe Hudson. 21 to the 2. 6 back into the bottom. Even Harlow did not, and he got a little bit of damage fixed. He did not have the pit stop he needed. He was running third at the time of the start of this race, and track position is everything on short track racing. Brent Scott, very bottom side of the racetrack, trying to close. Gonna set up more cameras. Anthony, thank you for the like and the share. So how are you doing? Fuller, your race leader, Jorgensen Jr. in second, 21.99, fastest lap of the race. Thank you, Mr. Garland. How are you doing? How are you? And I've been watching Brahms TikToks. Your brother's doing well. How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? How's the whole Garland fam? Thank you, sir. Living the dream. I'm glad you guys are. We are doing the thing. You're streaming the old tiki-taki. Yep. Jorgensen to Fuller. Jorgensen still looking for his first win on the season. 16 weeks in. That's a pretty big deal. Couple of races away from a regular season champion. That'll be Chicagoland and Atlanta Motor Speedway. After that, they go to the Super 12 playoff and have themselves 5 races after that. Dustin Fuller leads with 5 wins of the season. Schildhouse has 2. That'll be your top 2 in points. Chad Coleman still looking for his first win. His 4 top 5s at 11 top 10s. He has had a very consistent racing platform, and yeah, I tell you what, they're all working. You took this season a race at the local tracks for Race Crown Vics. Now you're on 3 and started a little ORL Motorsports team. That's awesome. Awesome. Happy for you, man. Congratulations. Love seeing it. Love seeing success out of everybody. I really do. You know, much love, brother. Much love. We are still doing this, and we are going through chemo, and we're going through just an update on chemo and everything, folks. Next week, we're getting our port put in, and it will be what we're doing. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. So port goes in next Tuesday, and we'll start full on platinum, what they call platinum chemo and radiation treatment, and that's where we're at. So yeah. You're pulling for me. I appreciate you, man. Rookie of the year at the track. That's awesome. Real world racing is just as intense. Sim racing can be. People think sim racing is a joke. I tell people that this is just as passionate as the real world racing. But at least at the racetrack, you can actually see somebody's. You look at the whites of their eyes and be like, "Hey, you hit me." EJ O'Rourke having an issue. Caution comes out as the battle for the lead started heating up. Let's take a look. Whoa. Somebody got free up there. Who was that? I don't know who that was. So that would have been the 3 truck. It looks like Jeff Ryan right there. He got a little bit free. Boom, boom, boom. And throttled up. Oh, up into it. Oh, man, up into the field. Woo. And then EJ back here, the 41, saw that one and locked up the tires, and Rick Swavely did not expect that. And boom. Yeah, watch Rich's point of view here. If I go in his cockpit point of view, see him get free. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 41 slammed on the brakes, turned down, and Rich couldn't do anything about that one. They were breaking hard. Sim racing is more stressful. Yeah, I agree. At least at the real world racetrack, you can look around, right? That's the way I see it. Folks, I have to always say it. We have to talk about it every year. Toys for Tots is our annual stream. We do it every year. Lucky dog coming around is going to be Mark Schrader. He's going to be back on the lead lap. And remember that when we do our Toys for Tots stuff, we are raising money for Toys for Tots, directly supporting Toys for Tots. We do it every year. This year we're running 5 races instead of 7 because, well, just the sim schedule's been pain in the tuchus. So we're doing a lot. When I say pain in the tuchus, we've been good. We've been busy. So at least that's a good thing in my opinion. But outside of that, if you want to be part of the Toys for Tots series, you got to check out our Discord. Inside our Discord, it's going to have the information. It's $10 a race. $5 goes to Toys for Tots. $5 goes to the driver pool for each race. A total of $50 if you want to race all 5 races. We pay out the top 3. It's in my Discord, Anthony. And it's actually it's on our. It should be on our Facebook page as well. You may have to scroll a little bit, but it's there. But it's there. Toys for Tots every year. Should be on our Facebook page. Give me a second. I need to pin it to the top. Give me a moment. I'll pin it to the top. I'll find it and I'll pin it to the top of our Facebook page. But we like to do it, so make sure you guys are doing the deed and make sure you're doing it. We do it every year. We have different days this year. It's not all on one day, so if one fits you better than the other, you can do it. No matter how you do it. We're green. Fuller to Jorgensen Jr. Nick Silver on the outside of Schildhouse. Little look through the field. Let's go on the exciting camp. It's probably going to bounce around for a moment. Bear with me. Dun, 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 dun. Here. Copy link. Caution to go right in the front of the field. Man, oh man. Ty Bass, Doug Sigmund, big wreck. Give me a moment, trying to find the post. Here we go. There it is. There's the post. Ouch. Big one. Big one. That was the 2 of Robert Fryer, the 3rd, and Logan Kogar on the inside. But Logan Kogar had the 21 on the outside. It's Brian Pinal right here. Oh, let's take a look at where Robert Fryer, the 3rd, was. Again, restarts get aggressive. 6 on the bottom side. It comes down. Right rear hooks the 2 a little bit. Gets him tight. Gets up the race line. I think the 6 thought it was going to be down a little bit further. 2 up into the 41. Now watch what happens here. 80 to the bottom. 21 gets free down to the 80. Robert Friery, the third, goes around. Nelson Rivera involved, the 33. The 21, there's the 6 trying to skedaddle on the outside. Watch all of this. That is a mess. A couple of drivers getting stopped back there. 11 drivers involved. Here's what it looked like that speed. Boom. Boom. Well, Justin Fuller still your race leader. Race recap going on. 57 of 140 completed. 4 cautions for 15 laps. 1 lead change. We've seen that go back. Fuller's the first leader. And then, of course, we watched E.J. O'Rourke lead some laps. Yeah. Justin Fuller has led 55 laps today. So far, so good. Still working. Working on the money. Working on the prize. Surprise, surprise, surprise. What a view that post. Where's it at? Where's it? There it is. Yeah, hopefully I got it all edited right. Yeah. Pin this thing to the top. So it's Sunday, November 2nd. It's the first race. I thought I changed the. Let me edit this post. Let me go back. I need to edit that post. Because I thought I changed the. I did. Close that down. Let's add a photo. Pictures. Nope. Cancel. Nope. Discard the edit. Give me a second. I will edit that. Because somebody pointed out that I had a typo on that. But November 2nd is the first race. You guys will see that. I want to make sure that we are keeping everybody up to date on everything going on there. They will be broadcasted. Make sure that's the right one. Yeah, that'll be the right one. Done. Next. Save. There it is. It's saved. It's fixed. Green flag. Let's go. 5188-5020. I-30 at Talladega, then Tuesday, November 18th at, November 18th, 7:30 at Charlotte. Homestead after that. I'll have to fix that too. Oh, well, forget my typos because I was sleepy when I made that. Tyler Dalton up off 2 from the start of the race. Chad Coleman up 10. There's Tommy Ryan up 8. Stephen Miles has gotten through it and is trying to keep himself clean up 20 spots. Hard charger this week so far. Kogar off 12 from the start of the race. Joe Gitina still a lap down, trying to work. Woods, Wetzel, Macklin, Garand, and Arnold out of the race so far. JP Phillips working. Everybody's working. They're trying to work their way forward. Fuller and Jorgensen Jr. doing a great job of trying to be masterful here. 63 of 140. David Schildhouse up 3. Nick Silver, Tommy Ryan, top 5 for him. 64 of 140. All right. Now that they've gotten all that fixed. The budget copter did not work. No, unfortunately, won't be able to make November 2nd. You'll be racing yourself at the top. No worries. Shared your Discord. Thank you, sir. It was a big wreck. No worries. No worries. We want everybody to show up when they can. And if they can, of course. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. but not the sound. I don't know why the sound didn't work. The whole file is supposed to play together. I don't know. I just work here. Oh no. Big one again. Well, I say a big one. Oh man, Nelson. Oh. Driver's getting slick on the tires. Ooh, starting. Oh, Doug Sigmund. Oh, nice job, Doug. Don Holyfield a part of that one. Corner. Oh, that was who is that? Come on. Bam. High Bass. Back up. Montezi was there on his inside. Bass and Montezi go for chase Ratia. Kind of want to see it. Think 37 getting clear. The forwards just trying to slide up behind him and just misjudged a little bit there. So Montezi misjudging the corner there. Watch this. Thought it was going to be clear. 37. Oh, yeah. Hudson Fryer the third. Bam. Ron Holyfield gets a piece. The 22 gets a piece. 48 gets a piece. How about the 04? He got right through that and is fine. Judge Tita should be your lucky dog here. So he's come back around and see if he comes to pit road. See if anybody comes to pit road. Brett Scott will be on pit road. Some drivers coming in, trying to take care of things. JP Phillips, one of those drivers. Some drivers get a little bit of damage. Some drivers get a lot of damage. Logan Kogar will go a lap down. Did not beat the pace truck off of pit road. It's hard to judge. Justin Fuller. Mark Jorgensen Jr. That'll be 1-2 right now. Schildhouse is in third. Nick Silver's going to be in fourth. Tommy Ryan in fifth. Everybody doing the thing. You don't know why we're. You just mod here. Hey, you know what? It's just crazy. All right. When we go to all right, we're green. Schildhouse to the back bumper to the 88. Fuller, 0.2 of a second. The grind is on. IRP halfway. Stephen Miles trying to be patient. Stephen Harlow there with him. EJ O'Rourke back onto the inside. Came in on 49. 15-lap pressure tires. But he'll work his way through the field. We'll see if 15-lap pressure tires will do the deed. Right there is Mark Schrader. Mark Schrader just ahead of the leaders. Jorgensen Jr. Trying to close in on the 5-1. Looking to the inside is going to be the 48. 5-1 egg shapes. Jorgensen right to the back bumper. But don't look now. There's Schildy and the children. And hello. Keep your eye on the prize for this driver, E.J. O'Rourke. For 21st, up 13 spots. Starting to see some of the drivers who have a little bit of extra work. And Troy Height down to the bottom. 33 lap pressure tires in the field. Going to be able to turn the bottom side of the racetrack, but Stephen Miles and Stephen Harlow putting up a good fight. Works the bottom side of the racetrack, just throwing it in there, able to turn. Trying to get a little bit of extra out of it. Try to do that thing. Closing in. McSwavely on 15, giving a 34. Pinal in the 21. Joe Hudson. All these drivers came in. A little bit of damage, a little bit of love, a little bit of, hey, let's go. As Stephen Miles trying to track his way forward. Jorgensen Jr. back to third. Schildhouse has gotten around him. Tommy Ryan working as well. 48 back on the bottom side. Mark Schrader coming to pit road. Taking the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make things happen. Kogar is a lap down. And we'll see if Schildhouse can change the lane up. E.J. O'Rourke has cleared Tyler Dalton, and looking at Chad Coleman. With Height there on the bottom. 36 rolling Glazer Height side by side. Glazer battles back. Giving up 34 himself. E.J. O'Rourke. First driver on the newer set of tires. So to challenge his way forward. 79 of 140. Fuller has extended 0.6 of a second. From a half second, says Jorgensen and Schildhouse. But to keep that top three. Tommy Ryan, Nick Silver, Chad Coleman, E.J. O'Rourke now up to seventh. Troy Height there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Drivers who are trying to turn, trying to work. Brian Pinal, same concept, trying to work underneath the corner of these drivers. Stephen Miles trying to turn. Joe Hudson has been able to work his way forward. He's right there to the back bumper of the 6. Rick Slavely in on 34 is calmed. The Jets calmed the racing, calmed the life, and is rolling forward, and love seeing it. Breast cancer awareness all on board, and we're the pink, we're proud. Learned this week that we were watching the news, and apparently men can get breast cancer as well. So if you are going through something, and you might get checked, folks, get checked. Everybody. Save the Tatas, no matter whose they belong to. Yeah. Oh, baby. The 2 of Fryer in the 3rd. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack. It's sideways into the grass. Trying to work his way back forward. Woo. Now it happened. Oh, baby. Back up. Bottom side. Exit. Up to the 6. 6 got a little free, but so did 2. 2 came up. 6 maybe a little free, but nothing big there. Justin Fuller, 0.7 of a second now, trying to make this one his own. Nick Silver back a spot. Tommy Ryan back to 4th. 9 spots gained. E.J. O'Rourke about to be under fire. E.J. O'Rourke looking at Chad Coleman getting a run here. Again, the difference on tires as the drivers get closer to clean air. 41 trying to find a way to the outside or be able to have a drive off on the bottom. This is a very small racetrack. 41 to the inside of the 38. Down to the bottom of the flat. Slider up. Trying to work the wall. 38 with a crossover. 41 finally able to keep that one. And we'll see if he tries to drive his way forward. Height coming around. 86 of 140 being completed. Couple of cautions tonight, but it is short track racing. Justin Fuller will be looking ahead and possibly seeing a little bit of lap traffic coming his way. Joey Jatina Working to the outside. Drivers working on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ron Holyfield coming to pit road. As Justin Fuller leads by almost a second. Needs to clear some traffic. Tommy Ryan to the back bumper of Mark Jorgensen. Tommy Ryan free off corner exit. Here comes the 50 of Nick Silver back into the picture. Roy Height working in and out down to the bottom. Trying to carry and set up the corner. Takes a couple of laps to make a pass, and you're going to need every one of them. Roy Height, door to door with a 38. Will be able to roll the bottom side of the racetrack. Can he get enough and egg-shape the corner? Just enough to make it happen side by side with a 38. AJ O'Rourke knows that if he wants to get out there and lead, he's got to be able to work. Drivers working on each other here. Joey Jatina giving it the outside at bay. Troy Height gets around Chad Coleman. AJ O'Rourke trying to work to the back bumper to the 50. 14 to the 41. Nelson Rivera working. Hello, everyone. Hello, you all lovely people. It has been good racing so far. 1.3 the gap. David Schildhouse, Mark Jorgensen Jr. Much love, Budgie. An amazing human being. Jorgensen Jr. sitting just outside the 12. Needs a good finish here. 13th of the point standings, right back into the back bumper of the 20. I think Jorgensen has been trying to save a ton here. Tommy Ryan doing the same thing, 88 to the 20. 47 laps to go. Height trying to close in. EJ O'Rourke to the back bumper of Nick Silver. EJ with a crossover down to the very bottom side. Toyota having that Eunice on board. Trying to slide the corner again. Double break for the 50. Nick Silver back over the bottom. Silver 44-44 the I rating. We'll see the 41 clear. And 4 more drivers to the lead. Roy Height and that 46 up 3. Joe Hudson still working on the inside, or working on the outside. Brian Pinal on the inside. These drivers on the same number. 21 to the 23. 23 with a little right side. Brian Pinal, woo, getting the antsy here. About the 21. How about 3 wide? David Miles says, excuse me. Bottom 3 wide. 21 almost had to clear himself there. As the 24 goes to work, Bentley Glazer coming back in here as well. 24 door to door. As Pinal tries to clear, the 24 says, I can't ride anymore. I've got to move. 24 trying to slide the corner. Almost clear the 21. Double throttle out. Does in a braking zone. Out straight away. Clear for David Miles. He's up 20 spots. Justin Fuller 1.8. EJ O'Rourke knows he's got to go. 43 laps to go. Try to manage. Jorgensen Jr., Tommy Ryan, Roy Height sees Nick Silver, and 33 lap older tires. Joey Jatina jumping to pit road. Ron Holyfield jumping to pits as well. Drivers giving up the race line. 2 seconds the gap. Thank you to WBD Diecast. Thank you to SIM500 for having our Wednesday nights covered. We absolutely love it. We absolutely appreciate it. We want to thank everybody for being on board and doing what you got to do. We cannot thank you enough. So this bad boy on exciting. The 21 right back to the 24. The difference on tires here is huge. But right now, you're kind of looking at it for a top 10. This is something that's going to be interesting. 32 to the bottom side. Rick Swavely again. 34 is when he came in. JP Phillips came in on 67. Bentley Glazer right there. Crossover 32. Caution comes out. Mike Montesi. Kevin Stone on the outside. Montesi Oh, had to get out of the gas in the 2 of Robert Friery, the 3rd into Montesi. Man, oh man. Drivers having to carry a lot of speed. 6th caution of the race. And it is a hydrate break because there's a lot of racing still left to go. We'll be right back. Vocally, we're not going anywhere when it comes to the stream. Back to it. JP Phillips up 12. Ron Holyfield had an issue, but everything is really on point. 109 working. Drivers give it a 101. David Schildhouse trying to pull one out. There's Tommy Ryan. Half second now the gap. Can drivers save it up? 31 laps to go. As we all go to work, folks. What a day it's been. The race leader has led 107 laps, most laps led today. Thought to secure another win in this series. 5 wins, 11 top 5s, 11 top 10s, 3 poles, 4 including today's. And the man is on a mission, trying to win himself a championship. An odds-on favorite to be able to do so. But there's still a lot of racing left to go. And when it comes to 30 laps to go, we'll see who's got what, who's doing what. Big mover last week, Ty Bass, gained 4 spots over the field. Want to work his way up inside that magic number again, the 12. Going to the playoffs right now, the cutoff line from Nelson Rivera to Mark Jorgensen Jr. separated by 11 spots. I'm sorry, not 11 spots, 11 points. Nelson Rivera.
Budgie Bird 5 lost their mind.
Hey, 500 biddies.
500 bits.
Thank you for the 500 biddies, Budgie. I appreciate you. It does add to the timer. Thank you much. I appreciate you. Boom. No multiplier. Day 90. We're basically 91. Still going. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're amazing. All the amazing things. Stay for the hydrate and stretch, folks. If you haven't done so, thank you to everybody for being out there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're reaching up there, getting that like, doing the thing, doing what you do, and continue to make racing optional. Keep making iRacing great. That's what I want to say. Make iRacing great again. Justin Fuller, see the 25 of Ron Holyfield on the bottom side. Jorgensen Jr. back in 5th. Tommy Ryan just ahead. 17 spots gained for E.J. O'Rourke. He tries to manage. Stephen Miles at 21 has the 46 of Troy Height just ahead. 19 to the back bumper with the 24 into the corner. Ron Holyfield trying to make sure that he continues to race, giving himself on the bottom side of the racetrack preferred line, 2nd and 3rd lane up. A lot of drivers, as the tires wear, find themselves trying to run that 2nd and 3rd, trying to find an egg shape. If you can poke yourself on the run down the straightaway, you can pull the slider off, but right now, comfortability is everything. Justin Fuller, your race leader, 8/10 of a second, now 9/10 of a second, getting into the corner. The margin about 3.5 car lengths, 4 car lengths to David Schildhaus. Schildhaus in 2nd. Tommy Ryan's going to be in 3rd. If you checked out SIM500.com, I encourage you to do so. Make sure you check out, of course, WBD Diecast. Their truck series, absolutely a blast on Wednesday nights. Kevin Brown got the win of the Cooks Landscape Group Cup Series at Talladega on Monday. Darlington was Justin Fuller's win last week, so he's trying to go 2 in a row. And then Tyler Lemon got the win in the Xfinity Series at Las Vegas. And then, of course, Tyler Dalton we saw get the win last Friday at Texas Motor Speedway. The Midnight Thunder Series, which is going to have a couple of more races left. 4 races left in that season. If you want to be a part of it, sim500.com. Get a part of the Discord. Become a racer today. Schildhaus, 8/10 of a second. Tommy Ryan still holding on to what he has. E.J. O'Rourke still has Jorgensen Jr. to his back bumper. Nick Silver working. Chad Coleman up 9 spots with Height up 2. Caution, Ron Holyfield. Ron Holyfield just heavy on the brakes sideways. A truck coming right there. Will have to get himself back around. Justin Fuller, David Schildhaus, 7th caution of the race. It will have under 20 laps to go. Fuller, Schildhaus, Tommy Ryan, E.J. O'Rourke, Mark Jorgensen Jr. Has anybody been saving anything as they wait for the Page truck, checking up on the back straightaway? Who has what? Can anybody do anything? They would need half of the field to come to pit road. On Holyfield coming to pit road himself. Looking to see him have good management skills, good things happening. So we all go to work. All right, driver's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Fuller looking for back-to-back. Would be his 6th win of the season. He has won 3 in a row. That was week 4, 5, and 6 at Auto Club Richmond and Dover. So still trying to make it happen, still trying to make it work, still trying to do what he can to ensure the next spot. Seventh caution of the race, and, well, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get loud. It's about to get interesting, that's for darn sure. If the race hadn't already been interesting, it's just going to be more interesting now. Fuller, Schildhouse, Tommy Ron, E.J. O'Rourke, Mark Jorgensen Jr., Silver, Coleman, Height, Tyler Dalton, Stephen Harlow try to work his way back for now. Stephen Harlow was good for 3rd there earlier, so we'll see what's going to happen here. A couple of drivers came in. Waverly, Kogar, Brent Scott passed in as well. He's, I think he is just coming in to maybe get a little damage work done. I don't see any tires going on. But we're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Pace truck leads him around on the back straightaway. 5-1 to the 20. Schildhouse trying to manage the restart. Into the restart zone they will be in just a moment. See that line right there. They're going there green. Good restart for the 20, but better restart for Justin Fuller. Into the corner. E.J. O'Rourke up on the outside. David Schildhouse trying to hold on. O'Rourke to the wall. Tommy Ryan leading on him. 99 to the 88. 99 throttles back up. Back into the corner. Schildhouse trying to go for it. 15 laps to go. Tommy Ryan clears the 41.88 back to the bottom. 99 out of the corner. 41 throttles up. 88 leans on E.J. O'Rourke. Doubled up, double into the corner. 41 rolling. 88 backing. Oh, caution back out. Logan Kogar. Yeah, it started a little bit earlier, it looks like. You got tires below the yellow line there. Try to make up some spots. Oh, ooh, yeah, it got wonky there for a moment. It was an iRacing thing. I mean, you got the tires on the paint, but I want to show you what I'm talking about. Hold on real quick. Gets into the corner. Bottom side. When he gets right about here, the truck just kind of shimmies right there. Him sliding out of the corner. He's loose now. But yeah. He made a funky jump. It was weird. Could have been a frame difference or something like that, but you know, we'll see. Fuller, Schildhouse, Tommy Ryan, Mark Jorgensen Jr. Looking all coming around is going to be Kevin Stone, able to keep himself clean, so he's going to be able to work. Ty Bass coming to pit road. J.P. Phillips coming to pit road as well. Even Miles back to 17, still at 13 spots, started 30th. Let's see what he can do. Needs a green flag run to be able to do so. Completing lap 129, we should have about 9 laps to go before when we get back to it. 5-1-2-0, 99-88. EJ O'Rourke up 16, still working. Doug Sigmund in the 04 up 17 spots. Brent Scott has worked his way in that 33 to the back bumper of the 23 of Rich Slavely. Slavely ready to go, trying to get more out of the truck. Still impressive. He's jamming. I don't know what he's listening to, but I want some of it. Lights are off on the pace truck. Thank you to Mr. Slavely for running the Rickman Racing, for running his driver cam tonight. I thank you to everybody who's ran driver cams. I do appreciate those very much. They do help me with the broadcast. It helps me do a little bit more each and every week. Jorgensen Jr. to the back bumper of the 5-1, 99 to the 20. 20 is going to have the timing. Again, restart zone coming up. And they're going in green. '20 to Jorgensen Jr. Tommy Ryan back on the inside. Jorgensen back on the outside. 88 trying to go places. The 20 is going to be able to clear. Fuller, 10 laps to go to be 9 at the line. 88 into the wall. The 5-0 down there. 41 rolling. Jorgensen back to fourth. Trying to clear the 99, who's just going to be able to turn the corner. 88 to the 99. They lean on each other into the corner. Tommy Ryan for third. 88 trying to cross over. 5-1 with a run. 5-0 to the outside. Trying to clear. 4-1 working. Fuller still leading. And Justin Fuller, outstretch of the hand, says, give me 7 laps to go. David Schildhouse trying to close down. 99 of Tommy Ryan there as well. 88 working. EJ O'Rourke trying to clear the 5-0. They battle back and forth. 41 trying to work the slider. Is going to be able to get there. Slider up to the corner. 41 with a run. 5-0 back into the action. 5-0 trying to slide the corner, but the 41's going to be able to work the corner. EJ O'Rourke on point. 6 laps to go. The 5-0 still trying to hold on. Slides up in line. EJ O'Rourke takes the position. Stephen Miles to the back bumper to the 21. 24 trying to get himself back inside the top 10. Jorgensen Jr. for a top 5. Tonight's a good night, especially when it comes to points. Justin Fuller, again, 6th win on the season is huge. If he can get it, 5 laps to go. David Schildhouse in second. Second of the point standings. Tommy Ryan trying to make things happen. Pinal sees the 24 on the outside. Stephen Miles trying to work his way back into the mid 70. Oh, no. 23 of Joe Hudson down on the bottom side. Caution will come out for he and Kogar. First attempt at a green-white checkered coming up. Kogar, very bottom side of the racetrack. 23 on the outside. Got a little free. Joe Hudson got a little free right there. Comes down across the nose of the 80. Ate that for Joe. He's going to come to pit road. Justin Fuller looking for 2 more laps. Well, he'll have some pace laps to be able to do so. 9th caution of the race, Justin Fuller. Dominant all night. Schildhouse in second. Tommy Ryan, Mark Jorgensen Jr. It is a chance to do it all again. Rack them up. Let's go. Let's do it again. Stephen Miles has gotten himself to 13th. JP Phillips, he came out a 127. Brian Wertman in on a 127. And Lucky Dog coming around should be Nelson Rivera. Got to pick up a spot or 2. Doug Sigmund leaving pit road, checking on the truck. Got to make sure he's got a little bit more going on. Kevin Stone doing the same dang old thing. Joe Hudson on pit road. Nelson Rivera trying to pick up one more spot. He is Again, the free pass truck. He is it's showing 20 laps down. That is unfortunate. Joe Hudson going to go a couple of laps down. Will be able to keep that spot. Nelson Rivera not going to be able to gain any other position on the racetrack. Joe Hudson has done a great job of trying to keep himself clean. Brian Workman will be coming off pit road himself, completing his 138th lap as he crosses the start-finish line again. Trying to stay on the lead lap. Justin Fuller, David Schildhouse. We'll see what kind of lane the 5-1 tries to take here. Lights are off of the pace truck. We'll see Fuller on the outside, Schildhouse on the inside, Jorgensen Jr. right there on the back bumper, trying to clear, trying to get himself that top three, that podium. Tommy Ryan has had a great day, trying to manage what he has. First attempt at a green, white, checkered coming up. Should be two attempts at a green, white, checkered. Fuller, Schildhouse, Jorgensen, Tommy Ryan. Let's do this thing. We go there green. Better restart for Schildhouse there. Into the corner. Schildhouse down to the bottom side. Side by side with a 5-1. 88 in tow. Schildhouse trying to make it scream into the corner. Fuller down to the bumper. Clear up. Working out. Onto the back straightaway. Onto the front straightaway. White flag waves. Final lap. Indianapolis Raceway Park. Lucas Oil putting on a show. 20 has one final effort. Out of the corner. Jorgensen Jr. trying to fight his way back, but Justin Fuller. Dominant day. Dominant way. Fuller wins at Indy. Schildhouse second. Jorgensen Jr. third. Stephen Miles had a good run, but got leveled there at the end of that one. Tommy Ryan will finish fourth. E.J. O'Rourke will finish fifth. Justin Fuller had this one starred, circled, spit on, and that's what it is. 19 of Tyler Dalton up into the 24. That's what happened there, and that just, it almost turned him into the corner. He stays the truck and turns it back down to the bottom side, so all of that gain for not Justin Fuller getting the win here from Green, New York. Sixth win on the season here in the WBD Diecast Truck Series presented by SIM500. Make sure you check them out, all the social media markets, all the things that they do. As IRP goes to the 5-1, Schildhouse in second, Jorgensen Jr. in third, Tommy Ryan, E.J. O'Rourke, your top five, Nick Silver, Chad Coleman, Stephen Harlow, Rick Swavely inside the top 10. Congrats to Rich for a top 10. Bentley Glazer will be 10th overall. The 4-6, the 19, the 34, the 14, the 21, and the 33 go through 15th. Bass, Kogar, Sigmund, Workman, Kevin Stone, your top 20. As we work down the rest of the race results, we'll see Stephen Miles in 21st, last driver lead lap. Joe Hudson for 2 laps down. Nelson Rivera will be 20 laps down. Ron, 25, finishes in 24th. Friary, the 3rd and 25th. The 4, the 14, the 8, the 48, the 3, all the way through 30th. Charles Woods, 109 laps down. Bobby Wetzel, 134 laps down. Bobby Wetzel, 109 laps down. Charles Woods, 88 laps down. So Jeff Ryan, Charles Woods, Bobby Wetzel. Brian Macklin started. He was 134 laps down. Out very early. Eric Arnold and Brandon Garrett taking the night off there for their relative. It was good. It was fun. An entertaining race. I liked it. Made the end kind of exciting. But these drivers, they like their green flag racing. So we hope next week it's going to be even better. I think so, at least. It'll be fun. I'm gonna pull up Fuller. I know that everybody's down there talking, but I think Fuller deserves all the credit in the world. We were talking about it. You had this thing starred, spit on, circled, scratched out. You said this was a track that you were going to come out here, and I tell you what, man. When it comes to domination, that was it. That was it. That was everything. Everything you needed. I know a green white checker can be can be the push that some drivers need, but man, oh man, the restart, the outside lane, the just the management tonight was all about the 5-1.
Yeah, I mean what a great race. I say that as I'm out front the whole time, but the fact that we had I don't even know how many cautions we had. We didn't have that many, I don't think anyway. Just a phenomenal race at a short track like this with 35 trucks. You really can't ask for anything better than that. Yes, I had this place circled, spit on, starred. I mean, it was just highlighted, big bold letters. This is my favorite racetrack. I told myself I didn't really care if I won tonight. I just didn't want to get wrecked out early. I wanted to run the race, and I just love racing at this place. There's so many different lines that you can make work, especially if you're trying to make passes. It's tough to pass, but you can really set up passes, and there's an art to it, and I just love this place that much. And when they came back here in the real life, when the Truck Series came back here a few years ago, I flew out there just for that race. I didn't even go to the big track. Well, I did go to the big track for the IndyCar road course race, but aside from that, I didn't do much of anything at that place. So I just gotta love this place. What a great race. Man, I'm just so happy.
I'm glad. I because when it comes to having favorite tracks, when you can win at a track that you consider like the one that you have to highlight. When I think about tracks, I think about Kansas and I think about Dover. Those are the tracks I like to win at, right? And if you can win at them, and especially when you get to the point where drivers are on a cycle and things change in the race, and you're just able to just put your head down and drive forward. I think that makes it that much more gratifying because you get the opportunity to say, you know what, you have to beat me today.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I just didn't want to get wrecked out early. I knew I'd be a contender. My biggest issue with this track is I do tend to burn the right front off, so my long runs pace isn't there. Um, Especially if we are doing a bunch of heat cycles. So, I was so glad we had long runs tonight, so we didn't have to have the heat cycles. I'm not naive to think that the clean air didn't help me at all tonight either because I was out front. But I'd like to think that I kind of proved on that one run there before I don't know, the second to last yellow. We had like a little 10-lap sprint, and I just absolutely pulled away. So I don't really think clean air had anything to do with that. But nonetheless, great race by everybody. So much fun. God, I hope we come back and do this again next year in the Truck Series. Just love this place so much.
It was a blast to watch. I mean, 6 wins on the season. This is your fourth pole as well, so there's more coming to it. I know we're going to a couple of bigger tracks coming up, so we'll go to Chicagoland, and then we'll go to Atlanta. I don't know if it's I think that's the Echo Park. So we'll go to the Super Speedway. So we got a couple of basically tracks. It's gonna be all about the draft and managing, especially at Chicagoland. Chicagoland puts on a great race for me every time I go there. So I expect nothing less. But almost a lock in for the regular season championship, depending on how the next 2 weeks go. That's on the mindset as well because there's a playoff coming.
I'd have to do the math on it, but I feel like there's 12 guys that make it. I'd almost say that I'm a lock. Yeah, I'm a lock. I mathematically can miss the next 2 races and be fine. So, but honestly, I don't even care. I won this race. That's the only race I cared about. Everything else is just a positive and extra. I got to run the whole entirety of this race. Got to dominate it. Got to have a lot of fun tonight. Anything else that happens this season, like I said, just a positive. It's extra. This is my this is my championship right here. Running this race, having a good race, and Joey actually coming up into the channel and saying that was a lot of fun. We're gonna run this track more often because he had a blast. Um, so I don't even care what happens in the playoffs. I can get knocked out immediately and finish dead last in the points. I don't really care. I won the race I wanted to win. That's all that matters.
Well, I know how competitive you are too. So, we'll see, we'll see how that goes next week. Justin, congratulations, 6 wins. I'm glad you won the race you wanted to win. It was an entertaining race to watch as well. Mr. Fuller, give you shout outs, brother. This was a lot of fun. I love this track.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm not naive into thinking that I don't care, right? But I'm still gonna race next week and try to win that race. So, yeah, you're right. I got a competitive nature about me, but hey, tonight, great race again. Thanks to everybody in the race. That was so much fun. I looked at it, 10 yellows. That's not that bad. We got this race done in just over an hour. You can't ask for anything better than that. Thanks to WBD Diecast for sponsoring the series. Thanks to you putting on the broadcast. I'm definitely gonna go back and probably pick through this or watch the entire thing tomorrow at work. Thanks to my teammates in Aftermath Motorsports. Thanks to Trey Edson for always keeping me looking good out here. I might have a new truck paint scheme next week. We'll see. I don't know. And thanks to SIM500 for what they do. Looking forward to the next one. Kind of wish we were just coming back to this track again. Personally, I'd even do a field invert to go and start last if I had to. Just love this place so much. So, but I feel like Mark, I'm talking too much. So,
You're good.
I know you do, but you're gonna have a really long interview with him. I just know it. So, hey, I had a great time. Thanks for all you do. Looking forward to seeing you here next year, and we'll let you get going on those guys.
All right, brother. I appreciate you as always, Justin. You have yourself a fine, fine night. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too. Justin Fuller, your victor here tonight as the racing doth present itself an opportunity. And a great day nonetheless. Let's bring up old David Shieldhouse and the Children coming on P2 tonight. Last ditch effort, had the inside lane, just couldn't get there. I mean, you were there, but you couldn't be there. And you were like, I don't know, man. Justin he was on another level. He said he wanted to win this race, and he showed that that's exactly what he wanted to do. And, man, oh man, you and Jorgie having battles, you and Tommy having battles throughout this race. It was a sight to see.
Yeah, it was a sight to see from my seat as well. I'm glad that he wanted to win it. He really didn't have to do much to accomplish that other than lead the damn thing, because dirty air was just so bad. Like clean air, I'm sure he was living his best life out there while the rest of us were struggling in poverty, killing our tires. But yeah, it sucks because the groove was so narrow. We really couldn't move around a whole lot. We could move around a little bit more when the sun was still up, but once the sun went down, like it always is in iRacing, you get put in a really narrow box. So I was glad that I could at least pass Jorg that one time. That was cool. And I had a feeling it was going to come down to late race restarts. These races usually do, and it's great to be the leader, but all I need to do is nail the restart once, and I nailed that last restart. And I knew as soon as I crossed the start-finish line for the checkered flag, I was going to be mad when I looked at the replay, because I left about a truck length of room out there for me to use in the middle 1 and 2 that would have been really helpful, and probably kept him at a little bit more of a disadvantage and maybe kept me side by side with him off of 2 down the backstretch. And I just didn't use it. I didn't want to rough the guy up for a win. That's not how we race each other. We have a lot of respect for one another, and I didn't want to rough him up. You never know, even with slight contact, what it could do to somebody, and it's just not worth the risk, man. Like a win right now, we're 2 races away from the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. He ran good all night, and the risk was not worth the reward, in my opinion, right there. So I'll take my P2. Happy with that. Good, strong run. I like racing this racetrack. It produces interesting racing. We just need to do it during the day when we can move around the racetrack a little bit more, use the bottom, get a run off the top, and not just be locked into the same lane, killing each other's tires with dirty air lap after lap. I really wish we could get away from that. I think that would help us out a lot.
Well, I mean, after the end of the day, I was watching, some professionals getting out here. I know that there's a lot to be said when it comes to just kind of how how the track dynamic works and just kind of how the truck likes to slide around this racetrack. Second lane groove around this racetrack is good. I mean, we were watching drivers try to close the distance with a little bit newer tire, but the fall off seemed like once the fall off leveraged, it was basically a cold. I call it a cold track, but the track temperature kind of just mellowed out.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. That's really how it was. And I was trying to concoct some tire strategies or things to try and help me jump these guys with 2 tires at some point. But the flow of the race really just didn't dictate that was going to be possible or safe to try. The rate that we were getting caution flags, the infrequency of when they would come out or how long the runs were, it was just really hard to try and line up what that approach to it would be, to where you could take 2 on the last stop and jump people and then try to hold them off. It never presented itself to where I thought it was worth doing. And I was sort of resigned to not winning this race probably before halfway. I think I even teased it in chat and texted and typed in, good win 51. I've seen this movie before, Jason, a lot. Yeah. I've won it. I've lost it. I've just seen it so many times, and it just never changes, unfortunately. But it's, listen, hats off to Fuller. Drove a great race. I think we ran a really good race up front between me and him and Jorg and Tommy. And Nick Silver did a great job early on there as well. He's been a pleasant surprise here as of late. Ran good at Pocono. So he's brought some speed as well. So it's fun to see a fresh name up there. And it's just we'll get through these next 2 races at Chicago and Atlanta, and then focus on the playoffs and figure out how to beat the 51. But I really do hope we get some daytime races, some hot track races, and races where the drivers are a little bit more in control of what's going on. But I love the truck. It's fun. It's just a little too aero dependent, a little too temperature dependent at times. So I feel like we were shortchanged a little bit at Lucas Oil Raceway Park tonight on that front, but we showed up, we showed out, and put on a good show for everyone that was watching.
It was another honorable mention for you. I know you mentioned Silver. I'm going to mention Stephen Harlow. He was up there racing with you nice and clean in the top 3 with you. Yeah. For the longest time, and just a bad pit stop put it back in the mix, and but he worked his way back up there as well. So you guys, phenomenal job. I was looking at the stats. I'm like, hey, it's you got to win here, but 10 wins in the Cup Series, and I'm like, all right, well, that's there's back and forth. You guys have the playoffs going on over there. Second round of the playoffs.
6 races left.
Yeah, man. Second round of the playoffs.
Or 5 races left. Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, oh, Pete. 10 wins on the season. Most overall. Yeah. Yeah. But you and Fuller were going at it there, man. Yeah. You guys are, as far as wins go, geez, oh, Pete. You guys are knocking each other down. All right. Well, you got Chicagoland next week, and we still got playoffs here to contend with after Atlanta. Then we're off to some fun racetracks. One super speedway, of course, but 12 drivers duking it out over the next basically 6 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 races left here as well. Man, 2025 is coming to a close quick.
It is, and it's going to come to an end, about the same time, I suppose. We got 5 Mondays left and 6 Wednesdays left. It's been a great year overall, and again, we're in contention for that Triple Crown. We won the Xfinity Series championship already. We're right in the mix for the Cup championship, right in the mix for this truck championship, and that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do this year. And the next guy you're going to talk to, he's playing it cool, but if I'm him, I'm a little nervous. He's getting close to that cut line of making that top 12. He doesn't have a lot of room to play with, and I'm sure he's going to tell you all about it for the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here and clear the way for the very wide berth of Mark Jorgensen Jr. coming in for his interview. But we're going to give him hell, man. It's been me and Fuller. Jorg's been around. It's been fun to battle both these guys for these championships all year, and high-level competition, man, brings out the best of me, and I couldn't ask for anything more than that. So big thanks to Splash to Go Graphics, as always, for the beautiful truck. The purple and black look good under the lights tonight. Everyone at twitch.tv/Schildhouse. The children watched some short track racing tonight, and they were enjoying it. Man, they were on the edge of their seat on that final restart, thinking we were going to get a win, but happy with P2. Big thanks to WBD Diecast Customs for their support of the league. And, of course, to you, Signature Esports Network, for the wonderful continuing coverage of all of the stuff that we do here. So thank you. We will see you next week at Chicagoland.
David, we'll see you, man. Congratulations on the P2 once again. We love it. We appreciate it. We absolutely can always count on you to do the same, man. Good luck in the rest of your races this week, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate you, sir.
That's David Schildhouse coming home P dang old 2 tonight. And last but not least, as he moves on, we'll talk to the most entertaining man in iRacing, Mr. Mark Jorgensen Jr., P3 tonight. That was the first thing I was going to hit on. You are so close to the cutoff line, you can almost smell it. You're in 12th now. You were 13th coming into today's race. You gained a spot at a P3 finish. Solid points night. You needed it. I know you wanted it. I know the restart there. 2 restarts in a row. You start in the same exact spot. That was what I was watching on, is how can you match the pace of Fuller to be able to get yourself into that position. The first prior restart, it was just Tommy did a better job. And then this time on the green, white checkered, I don't know if you just floored it. I don't know what you did, but man, did you hold on to it.
Yeah, man. So, excuse me, I'm over here eating some of my dinner. You know, wife made a bowl of spaghetti for me, and I'm over here just scarfing it up, man. So just hold on just a second. No. So, before we talk about the race, I'm going to tell you what, them 2 SOBs that gave an interview before me, you know, Fuller took a little bit extra time. David Shieldhouse took a little bit extra time. What in the hell is going on with that shit? But, anyways, yeah, man, that last restart, it all come down, you know, who wanted 3rd place more, right? And, tell you what, I think Tommy might have been reading the novel, because I was able to get that preferred lane going into 1, and I knew after that it was game over. I didn't think that they was going to be able to get back by me. But what a fun race, man. Qualified decent. You know, it was the Justin Fuller show tonight. Like I said, man, he just needs to take some weeks off, man. I don't know why he does this week in and week out. He just needs to do something else for a little bit. But no, man, he did what he needed to do. I was able to keep pace with him for about, 15 some odd laps. And, you know, even on the short track, dirty area is a thing, but he had every one of us covered. You know, I thought when Shieldhouse got around me that he was going to get up there and be able to do something with Fuller, and you know, Justin Fuller just hung that middle finger out the net there and just took off to the sunset. But no, it was fun. I felt like as the track transitioned into nighttime, man, I was really loose. I don't know if that factor in the air and whatnot, man, like you'd be tight rolling the center, and then all of a sudden on the exit, it would just take off on you. So you had to kind of baby that throttle a little bit, but it was a fun race, man. Short tracks, you know, we had a couple wrecks, you know, we all knew that was going to happen. And, you know, it was a fun race. I mean, I enjoyed it, you know, had a little battle with, you know, keeping Fuller honest there for quite a bit. Had a nice little battle with Shieldhouse, had a battle with Tommy. And like I said, you know, you said it best just a little bit ago, you know, he got me on that one restart, and then I was able to get him on the one that mattered. So glad for my P3 finish. You know, I looked at the standings and saw that I'm right there at the cut line. You know, I think I got a 9-point lead over Nelson in 13th. And I was telling David before, you know, the interview here, that between 6th and 12th place, it's a 40-point gap. And, you know, it's real close between 6th and 12th in the standings. So we got Chicago next week. I feel pretty good there. And then, we go to New Atlanta. So, you know, that's the one that I'll be worried about, you know, if I'm right there by the cut line. But, you know, hey, man, we're going to go out there and do what we do, and, you know, everything will fall where they fall.
When it comes to tracks that you do well at, it is the bigger. I call it the bigger tire eaters. Chicagoland, one of those tracks. Of course, Atlanta's is, you know, Echo Park, as we have to call it now. It is a super speedway, but anymore, when I've been running Echo Park, it seems like, yes, the draft works, but a 2 or 3 truck breakaway has a tendency to happen. So there's a lot of racing that is coming up that's going to be interesting to kind of see where that dynamic is going to kind of shake itself out, because drivers who can finish inside the top 5 on a normal basis are going to. I think that's just kind of where that's going to be.
Right. When you're in my position, anybody right there near the cut line, the first thing you're going to worry about is running smart, try to do the best you can, and then you're going to start paying attention to who you're close to in the points, and that's basically going to be your competition. We're going to Chicago next week. I feel really good that I can do really well, save tires. I remember running there last season. We was running really good and made a mistake and whatnot, and that kind of ruined my race. But looking forward to going back. And then again, Echo Park, it is what it is. You were talking about, some trucks being able to do a breakaway. I mean, I think tires are play. I think you get the right guys lined up that understand, hey, let's just see if we can create a gap and we'll race it out later. I think if you get those guys lined up, I think you might see a breakaway. But hey, we got to get through one race at a time, right? So, looking forward to Chicago. I do like the tracks like tonight, right? I like the short tracks. I like the tracks where you got to use a little bit of brake and finesse and whatnot. And, obviously there are guys that are out there that do it better than me, right? Justin, David, Tommy, they was real strong tonight. And I feel where my wheelhouse is a track that does eat up the tires, right? It's got the longer radius corners. You got to be patient with the gas. And, I feel like, if we can get those green flag runs, at those tracks, that the 88 machine shines. But again, you got other guys that got it figured out also. So we'll just go out there ready to do some battle. The biggest thing is, not putting myself in a bad predicament, to where I don't finish the race. Obviously, if I have one of those moments in these next 2 races, then you can pretty much write the 88, out of the playoffs. But we're going to go, hey, we're not going to go down without a fight. We're going to give it all we got. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm just ready, first and foremost, just get past these next 2 weeks, hopefully put ourselves in the playoffs and try to battle that dang 51 truck, man. We can't let him just walk away with it.
Oh, I understand. I mean, there's so much more to racing than just thinking about, whether or not you're going to get into the playoffs, right? It's drivers ahead of you that are I wouldn't just say faster, but just have had the consistency.
Right.
And I think that's the key right now is that everybody's finding their groove. And now that everybody's really gotten used to each other, 35 trucks at IRP is insane. It's literally one truck short of what NASCAR runs. And to see you guys get out there, have some fun with it. That's kind of the enjoyment as well. And then you go to the bigger track and, have a tendency that maybe something might just swing the other direction.
Right. And, I was pretty surprised, to be honest with you. I just think back in the spring when we ran Martinsville in the cup race, and oh my God, it was brutal to say the least. And, so coming into tonight's race, it's like, wow, another short track, here we go. And Joey in the Discord was talking about, we got this many trucks. Another guy just joined. We got this many trucks. And in all honesty, for having 35 trucks, I don't think the number of cautions we had was really that bad, to be honest with you. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be way higher, right? And, we had that wreck at the early going into turn 1. And then after that, we had, 28, 30-something laps green after that. So that's pretty nice to have a what I would call a long run for us, the short tracks. But, we had a few good runs. But, again, wrecks are going to happen, right? We preach all the time, don't be that guy, at the start of the race, give room and whatnot. But it's hard, right? We're all competitive in our own right. And, we're trying to do what we can. And the best time to get spots is right there at a initial start or a restart, right? So, I think the number of cautions that we had was decent. Obviously, it would have been nice to be a little bit cleaner, but for the most part, I thought it was freaking amazing. And you're right. I mean, we're liable to go to Chicago next week, and we're liable to have umpteen cautions, right? And yeah, I think for the most part, everybody ran pretty smart tonight. And shout out to all the guys that was in the race tonight for the most part using their heads and whatnot. But again, we can preach it till we're blue in the face, but it's part of racing, whether it's real life, virtual, whatever. You're going to have wrecks. I mean, it's just part of it.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with that at all. I think every bit of that is just it's a part of racing. It's a part of what you guys are going to have going on. So I think at the end of the day, you've got to just you got to manage and maintain. And tonight you guys did that. It was incredible to watch, but it was also incredible to see that you guys were able to do what you did.
Oh, absolutely. And that's just a testament to the guys in this league. Like I said, we're all competitive. We're all going to go for it. We all race hard, and so be it. But I mean, it's fun, right? It's nice to have those battles, side by side for however many laps and not touching the guy and whatever. And then on the other hand, it can be frustrating at times when you're quicker. It's just that they're hard. That if you could just get by that person, that you could just set sail and try to get the next one in front of you. But again, man, I mean, that's just all part of it, right? I keep my emotions in check a lot while I'm racing. I feel like I've come a long ways from my early years of doing this, and I feel like I'm a better person because of it. And I can't believe, man, I don't know how many races we're in this season in the trucks. I can't believe I ain't got a freaking W just yet, but we'll get one. We got some races left before the end of the season. We're going to do what we can. And, I'm telling you, man, we can't let Fuller just with it. I hope everybody's listening. We cannot let Fuller just walk away with it. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Excuse me. Let me cough at you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, man. You're good. You're good. Shit, I'm over here eating spaghetti, and you're listening to me munch down, and hey, you'll be all right.
I like it. Yeah, you guys have done a phenomenal job of just managing all season, and I know that there's more racing to come. I know that there's so much more happening all season long. So I'm thrilled with it. I know you guys are going to be thrilled with it. Mark, how's the fam?
Man, can't complain, man. Everybody's doing good. Wife doing good. I'm doing good. Work is going great. It's busy. Hey, which is fine. That's great. Right? Because if I wasn't busy, that hey, might start wondering, what's going on with the railroad and whatnot. But everybody's good. Man, I can't complain, man. The weather's finally starting to cool off here in Texas, and it's amazing. Man, I finally get to step outside in the morning going to work with a hoodie on. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's perfect weather for me, man. I feel like I can get a lot of stuff done if the weather stayed 7 degrees.
Oh, I agree. Except for it's been 40 here last couple of mornings, so not happy
that's all
about
right.
that.
I mean, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'm not too thrilled with it. Let's just put it that way. I like, it's been 80 up until this past week, 80, 85. Okay. I like my 65 degree weather, 70 degrees, make it comfortable for me. And
yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I much prefer the cooler weather, right? I can always layer up to stay warm, but when it's hot outside, I can't take enough off. I told the supervisor years ago, man, I said, Dwayne, you wouldn't like it if I come to work in nothing but my work boots and my vest. And he's like, well, your thing out there flopping in the breeze, that thing gets sunburnt, that might feel good. But
right.
But yeah, man. I mean, I much prefer the cooler weather. Hey, let a dang blizzard come through Texas this year. I can't wait, man. I got the firewood all chopped up. I'm just ready to light the fireplace up. I'm ready. I just needed to get colder.
I love colder weather. But I like Colorado cold weather. And because it's just a dry cold.
Right.
The humidity is what kicks my butt. But, you know,
Come on down here to Texas and get you some of this humidity.
well, I'm supposed to be in
I
Texas.
mean, it gets bad.
I'm supposed to be. Well, I live at Lake of the Ozarks here in the middle of Missouri, so we have. Here's your selling point for the Lake of the Ozarks, folks. The world's largest man-made lake, and the number one voted 2020 to 2025 number one United States tourist destination in the Midwest. 7 golf courses and more humidity than you can shake a balloon at. It is absolutely crazy. But you know, I mean, I do enjoy where we live. However, occasionally, every once in a while, got to go on vacation. I am going to be going to Texas here very soon, so I'll be down in El Paso area.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's still going to be hotter than heck out there, but
yeah, that's what I hear.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll live.
Shh. Shh.
You'll be just fine.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Right. Yeah.
But that's if everything goes well health wise. So we're gonna be pushing the limits. We're trying to push the limits on it. But yeah, man. All right. Outside of that, it's been a blast, brother. I got to give you my thanks for coming out here and having some fun, but also I'm going to give you a chance to give your shout outs. Absolute blast, man.
Well, thank you, Jason. Obviously, everybody at SIM500, all the admins for what they do, put this stuff on, take time out of their lives to give us a place to call home to raise. Wesley Donaldson sponsoring us, the WBD Diecast Truck Series on Wednesday night. Appreciate you, Wesley. I don't know if he's still doing the diecast for the championship winner at the end of the season, but man, it would be badass to have a cast of the 88 machine. So we're gonna do what we can, try to give us a good shot. We'll see how the chips fall. But Jason, you're at Signature Esports. People watching, like them, love them, share them, follow them, whatever, get the word out. You know, Jason, as far as I'm concerned, you're the best in the business, man, doing it solo up there in the booth. So I appreciate you telling your story from your point of the view. And, you know, I hope that we put on great races for you every Wednesday to be able to tell that story. I'll be going back and snuggling up next to the smoking hot wife here in a little bit, you know, showing her, you know, that, hey, it wasn't a win, it wasn't second place, but hey, you know what? It was still a third place finish. I was able to talk to Jason, so that's all that matters. You know, give my little long, lengthy interview. So that's what I look for. You know, if I can't win the race, you know, hey, at least try to finish second or third. And you know, we got it done. I appreciate Tommy reading that book on that last restart. You know, was able to get down to the bottom in 1 and 2, and that pretty much just sealed it up after that. But man, do I really need to give Fuller a shout out for the win? Yeah, I think I do, man. Congrats to Fuller again for the win. You know, I went back and I think he's won. Oh man, I don't know the number of races that he's won in the trucks. He's got these trucks figured out. And I think what I'm doing wrong, Jason, I think I figured it out. I need to be running a Toyota. And we'll see what happens next week. I might put a damn Toyota on the track, and I don't know. You know, I'd be kicking myself in the butt for doing that. But that's the only thing I can think of, man. Maybe that damn Toyota's got something special under the hood. I don't know. But shout out for all the guys that ran tonight, man. For the most part, I thought it was a clean race for the number that we had on this short track. IRP is freaking amazing. Short track is great if guys just use their head, right? And I thought the race was spectacular. Obviously, you know, me finish third, you know, I'm gonna think it was the best race we had all season. But no, man, I mean, everybody had some battles. You know, I know me and David had some good battles. Me and Tommy had a little battle there. You know, EJ had a little battle there. I mean, it was fun, man. And it's nice to run hard with those guys, and you can trust them and know that they're not going to put a fender on you and whatnot, or mess you up bad. And David got, you know, I really felt like once I settled in, I was better than him. But again, you know, like I told him in the waiting room here that, you know, the only way I was going to get back by him was to touch him. And I really didn't want to do that. But man, I tell you what, John Fowler, complete graphics for painting the truck. It looked fast. It was fast. You know, hey, 2 spots shy, but it happens. You know, first and foremost, just got to get these good finishes when I can and try to give myself a better chance to make the playoffs. But, you know, going to Chicago next week, I'll be looking forward to it. I can't wait. I wish it was tomorrow night we was running, but we'll have to wait till next week. But no, man, I just appreciate what you do for us, Jason. Like I said, man, it's always nice going back and rewatching these broadcasts and even jumping in other leagues that you broadcast for and just kind of listening to it live and whatnot. Like it's really, really enjoyable. And I greatly appreciate what you do for us.
Well, I will continue to do it. And we still have, you know, I mean, for those who don't know and aren't keeping up on what's going on sim500.com, you should be.
We know, buddy. Hey, next season's looking good for everything.
Yeah. Let's see,
Yeah.
Monday.
We excited.
We got Wednesday. We got a Cup
Yeah.
series coming. We've got a Gen 4
Yeah,
series coming
yeah,
for 2026. So,
Yeah, it's good things on the horizon, man. I'm looking forward to it. You know, again, you know, I love SIM500. I like all the guys in SIM500. You know, I feel like everybody's good in their own right. And yeah, man, you know, I'm looking forward to getting next year going already, right? But you know, we still got a couple months left to go before we get there, but that's all right. You know, it'll be here before you know it. But no, I'm really looking forward to what we got in the works here at SIM500 for next season. Anybody watching, sim500.com. We got races just about every night. It seems like, you know, if you're looking for a new home, we would love to have you. You know, got races on Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Sunday night. You know, it seems like just about every night of the week we're doing something. So sim500.com. Go there, check it out. You know, if you feel like you know, there's a series out there that looks interesting for you, hey, just get with old Joey and you know, he'll get you fixed up. But you know, we'd love to have new drivers. Good things for Civ 500, man. You know, I'm glad that I'm a part of it. You know, I'm glad that I can call Sim 500 home, and you know, I'm having a blast. I mean, I don't win as much as Fuller and Shieldhouse do, but that's all right. You know, we'll get it figured out. You know, hey, next season's a new start for everybody, and shit, we might put the damn 88 machine in victory lane every week, but look forward to it, man.
Gonna be the
Can't wait.
last. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, and you guys are gonna continue to kick butt, take names. I do absolutely call some of the. I say this all the time. I do call some of the best leagues out there on iRacing. I call them the premier leagues, and iRacing needs to make sure they're giving us giving more light to league racing and not just what they're doing on the other side of the aisle. That's what I say.
Right.
That's what I think. So
Yep. Great time, man. I enjoy it. Can't wait. Ready.
I like it. I like it. And the reason why I like it is because, well, let's face it, I'm a fan of racing. I'm a fan of everything.
Absolutely. Right.
I'm a fan of everything that goes on. All right, brother. I will chat at you later. Good luck at the rest of your races this week, and yeah, enjoy your night. Tell the missus we say hello.
Will do, Jason. I appreciate it, man. Take care, homie. We'll talk to you next time.
That is Mark Jorgensen Jr. Again, the best interview giver this side of the Mississippi. Love it. Never in a million years will I ever downplay anything that man does. He is absolutely fantastic. So, we'd love to see it. Hope your catfishing the last 12 laps provide some quality. Dude, brother, I tell you what, we must protect Mark at all costs. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Rich, you did phenomenal. Phenomenal. I was talking about it and I was like, you know what? Here's what's going on here. Here's that last green, white checkered. You were just managing, sir. Managing. Watch this. Watch Rich here. Thank you for running your driver cam, brother. Look at that. Look at that. Watch this. Bam. Into the corner. Bam. Sees them getting into each other. See Steven there. Watch this. Turn in. Bam. Steven finished, Rich finished 9th, folks. And he's up 6, but we watched you do some great things. Woo, baby. Steven jumped to the bottom side. You almost. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right there. Woo, baby. Good racing right there. Nice job, brother. Nice job. And you were jamming too, so we like seeing it. But this was an awesome race. Loved every bit of it. Fuller gets his 6th win on the season. And it's going to be looking like playoffs are in his future, of course. But remember, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Thank you to chat. Thank you to everybody for being out there. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch and follow us on Facebook. You can like, follow, subscribe everywhere we're at. You can follow us on TikTok as well. As we continue to grow, we'll continue to try to put on more and more and more as the possibilities are almost endless. So we'll see you soon, folks. Be good, be safe, be kind of the most important factor of life. I am going to end the stream because I'm going to figure out what's going on with a couple of things with the Twitch integration stuff, and but I will be back. I will have the stream back on tomorrow. So much love. Be good, be safe. We'll see you soon. Peace. And the marathon will be back. The megathon will be back on. I promise. I promise.